When Daniel was 14, his family moved into a narrow brick house at the edge of town. It wasn't old enough to be considered historic, but it felt older than it looked. The paint peeled in thin curls near the windows, and the wooden stairs groaned even when no one stepped on them. On the first night, Daniel couldn't sleep. The house was too quiet, no traffic, no distant sirens, only the faint hum of electricity inside the walls. Around 2:17 a.m. he noticed a thin line of light under his bedroom door. At first, he thought it was his parents, but their room was on the other side of the hallway. The light was coming from downstairs. He opened the door slowly. The hallway was dark, but the staircase glowed faintly from below, as if someone had left a lamp on in the basement. Daniel swallowed. The basement door had been locked earlier. His father had even joked, "Let's not explore down there until we clean it." Step by step, Daniel went down the stairs. The air grew colder. The smell changed, damp and metallic. The basement door stood open. Inside, a single bare bulb swung from the ceiling, casting long, moving shadows across the concrete floor. Boxes were stacked along the walls, untouched since the previous owners left. But in the center of the room stood a wooden chair. It hadn't been there before. On the chair lay a small notebook. Daniel stepped closer. The bulb flickered once. The notebook was open. On the first page, written in dark ink, were 3 words. "You found me." Daniel's breath caught. He was sure he had never been here before tonight. He turned the page. The next line read, "I've been waiting." The bulb flickered again, this time longer, plunging the room into near darkness before buzzing back to life. Daniel heard something behind him, a soft, dragging sound. He turned around quickly. The stairs were empty, but the basement door had closed, slowly, silently. The dragging sound came again, closer this time, like something heavy being pulled across the floor. Daniel's heart pounded so hard he thought he might faint. He grabbed the notebook and stepped backward. Another page flipped on its own. New words appeared, the ink spreading as if freshly written. "Don't look behind you." Daniel froze. The dragging stopped. The room was completely silent. His reflection shimmered faintly in the basement window, except there was someone standing behind him. Not fully visible, just a shape. Taller than him, head tilted slightly to the side. Daniel didn't turn around. He couldn't. The bulb flickered violently. The notebook grew warm in his hands. The final page filled slowly with one last sentence. "You shouldn't have come down." The light exploded with a sharp pop. Darkness swallowed the room. The next morning, Daniel's parents found the basement door locked from the inside. The chair was gone. The notebook was gone. But scratched into the concrete floor in uneven letters were 3 words. "He saw me." Daniel never talked about that night again. He never went into the basement, but sometimes at exactly 2:17 a.m., a thin line of light still appears under his bedroom door, and this time it's coming from inside his room.